1, 2, 3, 4. What is the crack, people? Welcome to the Mudblood podcast. Today we are brought to you in sponsorship with that praise guy, the main man, the man that's making all the millionaires, that's giving all the good holidays, it's winning all the cars and putting the stuff out for everyone. If you haven't, go check out his website. There's stuff there for everyone. There's competitions that are a couple of pence to competitions like win you £1 million. It's something for everyone. It's very easy to do. You just hit into it. You type in that praise guy. He comes up on your computer and then you enter your details. You get involved. Enter whatever competitions you want. And just remember, always be responsible when you are buying tickets for stuff like that. And here, if you are on there, to get you a wee discount, you can put in Mudblood 10 and it gets you 10% discount. 10% discount on some of the stuff. He's a brilliant sponsor to the boys, a big friend of the podcast. Get involved, check him out, that praise guy.
We're also brought to you, as always, by our friends at the male grooming service Manscaped. You know what it is, you know what it does, but I'm gonna tell you anyway. Manscaped is a male grooming service kit. You get a lovely wee lawnmower, you get nose trimmer, you get ball deodorant, you get ball toner. It looks after your shaving area very well.
Your hairy crotch.
Your big, hairy bollocks. Right? It's the best. It's like I use it all the time. It is fucking great. We can't guarantee you won't nick yourself, but there's a very good chance that you won't. It's fucking amazing.
It has a wee torch on it. And you know what? Men go to Turkey to get hair put back in their heads. You don't even need to do that. Yeah. To make your balls baldier than a man, middle-aged man from this country going to get his hair done.
Rock him out this winter with wee Pep Guardiola balls.
Yep. Yes.
Big shiny
you
balls.
don't want them all scarred.
No.
No.
There is technology in the lawnmower 5.0, which is anti-nick technology. Yeah. It is extremely hard.
You look like not present day Pep Guardiola, but maybe 2020 Pep Guardiola.
Use Manscaped and we can get you money off with the code MUDBLOOD. Gets you 20% off. That is a fifth off your order.
You get a pack which comes boxer shorts, nose trimmer, lawnmower 5.0, ball toner, ball deodorant, bump. There's that much stuff. I'm losing my breath.
Paddy can't speak. He's not excited to see his money. Also, head on over to patreon.com/Mudblood to sign up to our Patreon. There's over 3 years worth of bonus episodes, stand up. Never mind the mock blames. There's a lot of extra content on there. Check it out for as little as £1 a month. If you're a fan of Mudblood, you'll be a fan of the Mudblood Patreon.
And what you're doing when you sponsor us on Patreon is not only getting yourself some content, but it's also helping us keep the lights on in the studio and to give you better content. In future, when we do have our next live show, which we haven't been able to do for a while, you will have exclusive access to the tickets with us also doing some competitions, so you might get free tickets, which is only available to Patreon members. So get involved, get on the Patreon and join the club.
Yeah. Check out this week's episode. See you later. So it's the most brutal day, isn't it?
Fucking horrible.
It's getting really
Cold.
I was awake from 10 and didn't have anything to do all day, and I was like, I'm freezing, so I'm not moving.
No, just
I've nowhere to fucking be, so fuck it.
There's nothing worse than fucking the road looking like you haven't loaded the rest of the level.
Yeah.
On again.
Is it started? Is it?
No, not yet.
Alright, fuck it. We'll start.
Shall I start now?
Yeah, go ahead.
Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the Mudblood podcast with myself, William Thompson, joined as always by the beautiful Patrick McDonnell and the wonderful Sean McDonnell.
Yes.
What's happening, bro? How are you?
All good. How's you?
All good, man. All good. Just got a wee sauna before I came here.
Did you?
Fucking.
Very nice.
Do you know what it felt like when you've been freezing all day and then you go into somewhere warm and it burns almost?
Your skin's tingling.
Yes.
Yes, get you.
You look fresh.
Yeah, that's why.
Yeah.
Saunaed it up, man.
Saunaed it up.
It's fucking great.
And here, see them gay saunas? Do you, like...
Any sauna I'm in's a gay sauna.
This week's sponsor is Manscaped.
Gay sauna.
This week's sponsor is Outside Spa and Recreation in Donegal Street.
See, in this weather, you'd go gay just to get in the sauna.
I wonder if McKegney went to that one.
I don't know.
Does he go to them?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know if he does.
I don't know. I don't. He does.
Did somebody not tell me?
He's not like your stereotypical gay dude.
Well, I don't think it's a stereotypical gay thing to do.
To go to a sauna, definitely not.
I don't think so. I think the majority of people don't like them. To
Really?
be fair.
What, even gay people?
I mean, if there were straight saunas, they'd be fucking booked out.
Do you think it was more a seedy thing back in the day?
I still think it's maybe. Correct me if I'm wrong. I still think people see it as like a seedy thing.
I don't know.
Do you think it was like a back in the day when
had to
things
hate
weren't
it?
accepting? Like society wasn't accepting, so we
Yeah,
just
well,
went to these-
obviously they had to be in place for them to go and do stuff. Like,
yeah,
you know what I mean?
got it if you were the cleaner in it though.
What?
That's at the end of the day. That's a long fucking shift.
There's
Scraping
worse jobs.
Spunk off a fucking
There's
sauna
worse
wall.
jobs.
What's
Would there
worse
be
than
spunk? Would there be spunk no more?
You just have a fucking really big squeegee.
yeah, I'd be in the full hazmat suit. What's worse than a gay sauna cleaner?
Straight sauna cleaner.
Yeah. Any sex sauna,
Yeah.
somebody has to clean that. What's a worse job?
Shite shoveler. Like somebody has to clean a fucking cow shed that just has slurry all over it.
They like it.
Who?
Farmers.
So does gay people.
Farmers love shite though. Like they
love
actually
slurry.
love shite.
They love the slurry.
Do you think there's a gay or there's a straight fella that got a job at a gay sauna to clean the spunk off the walls because he couldn't get a job somewhere else?
Yeah,
Like, of
yeah.
course he would hate it. But,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. If you weren't into
But if-
dicks,
well, I don't know.
and you have to go in there a boiling room that's been filled with cock all day,
I
that's
think
not going to smell
I
nice.
think any job gets shite after a while.
Aye.
Like, even if you had a job, like, what would be a thing that would be like, fuck me, that's some job?
Fuck, I'm doing my dream job and I hate it. Like, I wanted to do this ever since I was a wee boy and I fucking hate it.
Did you really?
Yeah, this is all I ever wanted to do.
Kebab
and I
eater.
fucking hate it. What's that?
Kebab eater.
Kebab eater? Was that your dream job? As a kid?
It's one of them. I have a list somewhere of like
It's not
dream
too
jobs.
It's not too
when I-
hard to get at that job. Like.
yeah. Just be like a wee English guy turns up the chippies with his wee portable table and all. What's it? I don't know his name, but I fucking
What
Oh, sure. There's fucking what do you call him?
Big John.
Big John.
Bosh.
We were with.
Did you go for a Chinese with him at all?
No, I couldn't
What?
make it. They didn't pay me, like, but I wasn't able to go.
Aye.
But nah, imagine going into Dole and they're like, "What jobs have you applied for?" Oh, fuck, I haven't seen anything I liked. What are you looking for? Kebab eater.
One of the
There's nothing opening up.
one of the best things ever was in Botanic. One night we were all drunk in the kebab place, and this guy came in and started abusing the staff. And he was like, "See you fucking pack of Turkish bastards." To which 5 people working behind the counter went, "Excuse me, I'm from Iraq. He's from Morocco. He's from India.
He's from Ardoyne.
And yeah, he's from Leganee. That's Sean does a podcast." But you know what I mean? Like, your
the
man,
back eating.
here's your man. Aye, well, yous are all from them type of countries.
Fuck's sake, what?
And it was like the most
on placement.
it was like the most random one because one was African, one was fucking Asian, one, do you know what I mean? And it was just like they were like, how are you even saying that we're all fucking from different places? It was like 3 different fucking races working in the fucking house.
That would be up there in the worst jobs I take working in a takeaway that's open at like 3 a.m. Do you ever do that? Or I know
I was a delivery
Delivery guy?
man, like, so I done like deliveries at that time in the morning.
even then, and that would still annoy me.
Do you know
Working
taxiing
in the shop.
Taxiing could be fucking really fucking annoying. Like,
Yeah.
Say so.
dealing with people. Like, I had a Russian guy one night was fucking punching the fucking window, and I'm like, "What do I do here?" It's like fucking
Like the back window that separates you and
Yeah, and
What?
I'm like, it's 4:30 in the morning. I had locked the doors. He wouldn't pay me, and I'm like, "You're not getting out until you pay the fee." And he's fucking punching, and I'm going, "What do I do here? Like, what do I do? Do I let him keep punching the fucking glass until he breaks it?"
how
And
did
then-
I get here? Well,
It was
Yeah.
one of them, and do you know when it was? It was like New Year's Eve. I'd worked New Year's Eve until New Year's Day,
yeah.
and it was. I'm going, like, everybody's been partying, and I have this cunt that doesn't even talk English, fucking punching the fuck out of my glass partition, and I'm going, "You're not getting out until you pay through the window," and he's not. Here's me. He just doesn't even know what I'm saying, and I remember going to myself, "I need to reevaluate what I'm fucking doing here."
I remember working New Year's Eve when I worked in a nightclub. Went and I was like cleaning the toilets, went in, someone had shit in a glass.
You told us before.
Yeah.
And do you know what?
But when I saw that, I
That's-
just went, I had dreams.
That's
things I want to
That's
do.
worse than fucking cleaning spunk off a wall.
Shite. Yeah.
That's my point. Like, that's a fucking terrible.
Nightclub toilets, and I've had to do a fair few of them. They are the There's ones you walk in, you're like, how do you even shit?
I would say a football stadium toilets.
Oh, it's in my mind.
Portaloos in a fucking festival. Like,
Oh,
I told you I got locked in that before, didn't I?
what?
In a Portaloo in Spain.
Portaloo.
How do we MD bomb?
How was you? Couldn't escape.
Portaloo.
Had a wee MD bomb, went in the toilet to take it, and it was in Barcelona. So it's like fucking 40 degrees. It was roasting. Went in the Portaloo, bombed it, and then couldn't get out for an hour and a half. So it was-
Why could you not get out? There's so many people locked on there too.
the lock broke. So we call the staff over to help me out, and you can hear them laughing like, whatever Spanish is for dickhead. Right?
And you're cooking in there.
And I'm I'm coming up on MD and I'm sweating. It's like someone's locked me in a sauna and give me a fucking E-tab. And then you can hear them opening the door and panicking because it won't.
And then the fucking anxiety of being trapped in this space.
And the smell. Because it's a fucking festival.
You were like the smelly Doctor Who of fucking Spain. You should have said it going, woo!
It was Dr. Pooh. It was fucking rotten. And
you know what would
it was
really-
the worst fucking moment of my life.
That anxiety of being fucking trapped in a space
Yeah.
fucking is a real thing. Like,
If I'm by myself, I'm okay. If I'm trapped in a space and there's other people, then I get worried because they start to panic. And then I start being like, fucking relax, will you?
if I was getting a lecture from my dad, I would start getting anxiety
Yeah.
and his head would shrink, and I would start going.
Is it where you're just like watching the hands, being like, he's going to start swinging
And
these in a minute?
he would just be talking, and his head would shrink away down, and he's like, Potter, you paying attention to me? And I'm going, oh. And I was going to be sick and all. Like, I used to get it really bad, claustrophobic. Like when you were getting a lecture, I was just like, oh my god, I can't take it anymore.
Because he does it in the car.
Yeah.
And he doesn't leave the car. And you're sitting there and you can't move anywhere. You can't open the door. And like continue the conversation after.
Did your mom ever do the thing where she's driving the car and trying to hit you at the same time? Like doing 50 on the motorway, turn around, being like, you fucking, you're like, you're going to kill us all. Hit me after this.
My dad done that. Like,
Yeah. Would your mom ever went mad at you, or was it your dad every time?
Fuck off. My man. You'd rather my dad?
Really? Why? Because when my mom was like, she would bollock you often, but it would be over.
My dad's lectures were worse than his fucking beating you.
Yeah.
You know, but when he lost his fucking bop, like it was fucking, but it was over quick.
Did your dad do those lectures where he starts repeating himself over and over again?
My man.
And you want to go, you've said that, but you can't because he'll fucking kill you.
Oh fuck! I know you didn't. But my dad's very comical when he's annoyed, which is worse
Yeah.
because you're like trying not to, like he would do these things. Or I remember my sister didn't tidy her room and he went in and he was like, "Let us tidy our room." Fucking you just come in from school, fuck a big dude, fuck everybody. And you start doing figure eights with fucking clothes. And our
It's really
Jackie,
animated.
and our Jackie was fucking laughing and there was going to be fucking murder, like, but it was fucking extremely funny, like. Was my ma, would she fucking, then you fuck my ma if you knew, like, if my ma would throw whatever she had at you.
Yeah, my mom did the same. I don't know why I'm about to tell you a story, but I'll tell you this story. When I was like 7 or 8, I had a real problem with shitting myself. Because of the medication I was on.
So it's never changed then?
Yeah.
It's not an age thing, yeah?
Because of my medication, I would shit myself a lot, and I got really self-conscious about it. So when I
Yeah, you would do.
Yeah. So when I shit myself, I would like just hide the boxers and stuff in the room because I didn't want to go in and tell my mum and dad I've shot myself because they go nuts at you. And I remember one time my dad was angry about me for like not cleaning my room, so he comes in, sees everything, starts trailing, and make this fucking bed, fix all the fucking toys, PlayStation's coming off. Like pouring, like clean all these clothes off the floor, and then he found my wee stash, and he's like, clean all these DVD. Is that shite? And he forgot about that. It was like next level, man. Like they wouldn't like they just fed. It was like I was in prison for the next week. No one wanted to touch me. Like I was like a leper because they thought he's covered in shit all the time.
Why
So
are
they
you
just
saving your shit?
Because I was afraid to tell them.
No, I'm not.
Aye, all right,
I'm
yeah,
saying
yeah.
they're going, why is he saving up shit?
See now though, you're 28.
And you
like,
still do it?
I'll throw them out if I shit myself.
I'm saying, like, you're 28. Imagine you find your fucking
Shite from
8-year-old
your
son is, like, collecting shitty
He's
pairs of knickers.
He's hoarding shites. Like, yeah, you do
It's
like,
just
what
the
are you doing?
disappointment, like.
Yeah.
The difference is he'd be doing it on TikTok now. The kids are doing it too. Oh, going live. Well, let me see your stool sample.
Welcome back to William Captain Pooh.
It was just the escalation of tidy your room, get that. Is that shite? He lost it. I've never seen him so angry.
Did you like feel your heart in your throat?
I near shit myself again.
That's what I mean. Like it's one of them ones you're going, oh my god.
Did you ever get in such trouble? You start going because you're trying to think of like a lie, but there's no feasible explanation.
When you're that stage, it is the only way to describe it is when the predators and I catch a fucking pedo. That's the closest thing that you can show to somebody like going, ah, fuck.
The only time I was close to it was when my mum found the family computer that I'd been watching porn on.
Which I think's hilarious, right? That the look pedos have is the look of a child that's been caught doing something.
Yeah.
It's like, is that part, to be a pedo, do you have to be thinking like a child? Is that why they get caught? Is that why
I think not all of them, but I think a lot of them. When you see them
I'm
getting
talking about the ones that are caught.
Yeah, that's what I mean. But
the smarter ones that don't get caught.
The ones that get caught, you're looking at them and you're like, they're not
all there.
Mentally.
But that's what I mean.
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying?
I think
It's
you're
like,
right.
There's something there that's like, are you fucking... like, you're looking at them going, what did you think's going to happen?
Yeah.
And the vast majority of them's like, can't believe it's happened again. You know, like...
Again?
And you're like, oh, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
Is it that fucking, like, they're like a child where it's, you know, like, have you been eating the fucking chocolate biscuits again?
No, it's all over their face.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's,
child, not the...
That is the way they're fucking caught. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's
Did you ever get
insane.
caught? Wasn't it your
pedos?
day, but did you ever get caught looking at boobies in the computer?
Yeah.
Did you? So did I.
I ain't that. I mean, I'm not old enough that wouldn't have been a thing when I was younger.
Yeah.
But not when you were the...
But you didn't get caught with magazines or anything?
Could caught with a catalogue, maybe looking at tits.
Yeah, but... Do you know what? There's one thing.
See,
It's when they see... When your mom reads the search back to you. It's the worst moment ever. Which, like, why were you looking at nude pussies? And I'm like, I don't even know what that means. I just heard it before.
That's good.
The issue, like, that we had was poverty. You know, because, like, it hadn't caught up to the technology that, like, you're trying to look at this stuff, but your internet's slow as fuck and your computer's shit.
Listen.
Were you caught red-handed?
Because the computer froze.
Also, you think that's bad? Back in our day, it was a videotape.
Oh, fuck.
Nah, so you think
you
you're on
said
a
about the
laptop,
tape.
you can fucking hit delete or back. Back then, if your ma walked in and you were watching a videotape, the tapes in the fucking tape deck, you know how long it took you for that? You hit a button and it went and came out. And then there was the physical, do you know what I mean?
Yeah, it says on it, like, fucking
So many
gangbangers
people,
4.
yeah, and it was never anything that didn't sound completely fucking disgusting. You know, like big black college dicks. You know, there was nothing that was like, oh, just some very sexual. You know, it didn't say amateur couple lovingly having foreplay.
Yeah.
It was big, black, sweaty, fishy,
Cum
fanny.
Guzzler 7.
Yeah.
Yeah. I remember my mom called me and she had the fucking search list on the computer and just made me read it. And then she went, tell me what you're doing.
You got the Breakfast Club treatment?
I did, and I went, listen, I can explain.
Was there ever a time that you went, that's not my one and that wasn't my one? And then your dad gets called in. What up?
They were all mine. It was all like, you know, like ebony girls, and my dad's not into that, so it was very clearly mine.
Oh, they're not coming over here sucking our dicks.
Yeah, exactly. If it had been like Slut from Gilbert.
What do you mean you like fucking ebony chicks? What the fuck?
Slut from Girton.
Yeah, if it was like a girl works behind the counter in Chippy, it might have been my dad's. But I remember just
Big
going,
flute player.
yeah. I just remember going, I can explain. And my mum was, go ahead, you can explain. And I went, I've got nothing. Like I couldn't think of a lie.
Yeah.
I was fucked, man.
Sandra, it sings in the Working Men's Club.
So who caught you?
The two of them.
Oh, that's even worse.
That is worse.
Do you know what? Because your dad can catch. I remember my dad caught me, and he wasn't angry. Because he was just like...
He was impressed.
He was like, how'd you get that up there? But he was more like, I was a kid myself.
Yeah, I
I get
understand.
it. Just don't do it again and don't let your ma catch you. I'll let my ma catch me. Not let her. But like...
Hey, mommy.
Yeah.
Come on in.
She was very much like... She was like, this is the grade. Like, she was very offended by it.
Yeah.
Whereas my dad was just like, all right. Do you know what I mean? Who caught you?
My ma?
Your ma's the like, that's what you don't want to catch you. Your dad will just be like, good lad.
Yeah.
Like, if your ma's in the room, your dad will be annoyed.
No.
But if she's not in the room,
My dad didn't even fucking give you the sex talk. Like, it wasn't...
never mind.
Yeah, but do you know what I mean? It was like taboo. It was... My dad wouldn't... I got a letter from a wee girl in like fucking first or second year. A letter. That's how long ago this was like.
Mm-hmm.
And
Dearest Patrick.
hello, Patrick. Our
I'm
time
writing to
together in Donegal was amazing, right? And my dad read it, and he was like, and I didn't even know she liked me. And she didn't tell me she liked me when we were in Donegal. So I was a bit surprised that I got the letter because it was like, oh my God, you don't know how much I like you. No.
Yeah.
And my dad was like, what did you do with her? And I was like, nothing, man. Literally, like, we played swing ball and like it was fucking 11
Yeah.
in Donegal. Like, it was like, no, we were just in the same class in Donegal.
Yeah.
And he's like, that is not a letter that somebody sent somebody unless they had done something. And I was like, I don't even know.
Dad's weirdly Presbyterian about this.
Yeah. Oh, you've no idea.
Yeah.
Really?
Oh, fuck, you've no idea. I've talked about this in States. Like, my dad's like the
Very
free Presbyterian.
Very prudish.
Oh, is he? Like,
Oh,
really?
yeah. But
Fuck,
yet loved
right.
Dave Allen, like, loved him.
Yeah.
Even though he was talking about fucking going into our
Yeah.
condoms and all, like, but
No.
But quite like religious, you know.
Right, I see.
Like, and see, there was a time I was, I had mates staying over, right? And I had,
did they sleep in the same bed as you?
no.
You know, I'm fucking mad at that.
He,
Hey, me and us, I was going to say his name there. Me and a mate of mine were in the thing, and my mate was like, here, it's fucking freezing and not really comfortable on this floor. And I was like, bounce up and get into the bed. And he bounced up and got in bed. My dad came in and went, Rick, get the fuck on the floor, you're going home. And I was like, he was cool. I dead on, fucking sure.
Jesus Christ.
Oh, like, oh yeah, I remember it, like, and he went down to my man and was like, he's not letting no wee lad stay here ever again, no.
Fuck, really?
Oh, yeah.
Jesus Christ. Is he still like that, or is he...
Nah, but he's alright with us being married now.
yeah, he lets us
Yeah,
go
but
to
no, I remember that one, like, and I
What are you
remember
doing
him.
in my sauna?
He was fucking...
Get out of this.
my one was, my mate was staying over, and we stayed up most of the night playing Rock Band. No, like the
Yeah.
Xbox game.
And then the free view came on.
No, not even. We were innocently playing Rock Band, but we were going through our emo phase at the time, right?
Yeah.
And listening to Slipknot and all that there sort of thing, right? So we
Yeah.
started. My mate was drawn on the Rock Band drums. He started drawing all these like 666 and like pentagrams and upside down crosses and all this here, like people equals shit, all this here.
Yeah.
Like
Fuck the man.
fuck society. And,
Yeah.
people are assholes and all this
Yeah.
here. And like we were innocently fucking having our fry the next morning. And my dad was like, who the fuck do you think you are? And made us go in and spend the rest of the day cleaning off all the writing on the wee fucking Rock Band instruments, on the wee controllers, scrubbing it off with fucking toothbrushes.
Did he know it was your mate had done it?
Well, it didn't matter at that point.
Ah, yeah.
You know what I mean?
Who the fuck do you think you are? Is hilarious.
Yes.
So he's a
like,
very religious
Then
guy.
he said he's not allowed to stay anymore.
yeah.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
And did he ever stay again, though?
I think he did.
Ah, but still, that's fucking...
But no, mental.
And is your mum like quite religious?
She used to be, she's not now.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Used to make us go to mass every
Yeah,
week. Like.
she was, but then I think she fucking waist up.
Fair enough.
But my dad would have brought me down to mass,
Yeah.
right? And on a Sunday, but then took every shortcut possible to get away from it
Yeah.
early. So like
He was, even though he was very prude and he was very like religious, he was like, how do we get out of this in 15 minutes?
This is boring as fuck. Yeah.
So left at the last minute to go down, so you'd be like 10, 15 minutes late.
Sean, go to the back of chapel now, right? I'm gonna run up and get communion, and you have the car started by the time I get out.
Exactly.
Yeah, that was his like.
Was it very much just like let people see that you were there?
Yep, that was it. And tell your ma was stay at the end.
I think it was more an important, like back then, the priest and all, and they would have had the fear of God in you.
Yeah.
But I also think
It relied more on like community shame.
I think because of the segregation and the fucking we're Catholics. He was like, we have to be Catholics. Do you get what I mean? Like it was one of them sort of. And the church used to be the main fucking thing in the area. I think my dad knows now that they weren't fucking great, but yeah.
Yeah. Well, for me, I was like, no one in my family was religious, but I was. I would have went to church and stuff, but no one else would have went. Just because the school I went to, it's very heavily pushed on you. Not the Protestant element.
Just religion.
Just God.
Christianity.
Yeah, Christianity. You weren't really explained to the difference about other religions, but
listen, we used to not like Fenians, William.
Yeah.
But can we just say, fuck Islam?
Yeah, that's what's a move to now, yeah. But yeah, no, it was everything was all about God. Every art class, you have to draw a Bible picture. And I don't know if it's still like that. People complain that schools aren't still like that, but I kind of like it.
What were you good at it in school?
Religion.
I was very good at RE. Very good at RE, yeah.
I was shite.
Really?
I would say only GCSE I failed.
I remember my mum going in for a PTA meeting, like a parent-teacher meeting in like primary 3. It was like, the teacher was like, yes, I can see you're a very religious parentage. William knows his scripture extremely well. My mum was like, aye, yes, we love a Bible in our house. But yeah, the only thing I was shut up properly was art because I didn't give a fuck about it.
I loved art.
Really?
What else?
Oh, you've told me that. What's that?
What else were you good at?
Oh, anything that involved writing, like writing a script or writing a speech, really good at that. If I gave a fuck about the subject and found it interesting, was really good at it. If I didn't care about it, wasn't interested.
What do you like at school?
I like geography and I love science. Science were my strongest subject.
That was the opposite of me.
Languages.
Hated them.
Love languages as well. And RE I was really good at, but it was gay to fucking be good at RE, so.
Was it?
Yeah. It's gay as fuck at my school. What a fucking gay bastard. Because I knew all the hymns and all, because we used to go to like the novenas, which had all the hymns. So whenever the teacher, or say we got an RE teacher and he was very religious, he used to go, right now we're going to sing this wee song. And it'd have been, my soul glorifies the Lord. My spirit rejoices in God, my Savior. And he used to go, Paddy, sing the whole song. And I used to sing it. My mates used to be going, what the fuck are you doing? And I was like, oh, fuck, no, you forgot yourself. But
those songs, I tend to find your songs are a wee bit more miserable than ours. Because ours were like, God is good, God is great. He's the one who did create. It was all like very like fucking
animated.
Oh, why? Here, I'd love to be a Protestant for the music, like.
Aye, the tunes are up there, like.
Yeah.
I'm in the Lord's army. Yes, sir.
And see now.
I have a friend in Jesus. Jesus has a friend in me.
Yeah.
We hit fucking Fenians.
All the mega church things now know if those big bands.
Oh, where the pastor comes in like on wires and shit.
And you go, fucking Phil Collins.
Yeah, like there's the course I wanted to do in Queen's, no music technology.
Yeah.
I was talking to somebody that done it. I was saying like the majority of class is people who are like training to be sound engineers to work in like mega churches.
Yeah. The money that's in them.
Yeah.
If I were you.
And it's like the most highest fucking spec gear that they're using.
Become a Christian rock band.
Yeah.
The fucking no one will know who you are and you will sell out arenas.
Yeah.
They are massive in America. Fucking huge, like.
Ever see the South Park episode where they're like, right, we need to make a bit of money. Let's start a Christian rock band.
Faith plus one.
Yeah.
I love that so much.
That's amazing.
It's so funny. Do you know I was weirdly good at in school?
Because I'm just a teenage Baptist baby. Listen to higher meanings.
I can't. What is the songs he writes in that? He just scribbles out baby in songs and just puts in Jesus. So the song's like, I need you in my life, Jesus. They're fucking great.
And that's the one with Token, like, as the bass player.
I can't play bass. How many times joking? You're black. You can fucking play bass, and I just can't. That's what he just thinks. He's like, God damn it. Maths, I was really good at in primary school. Like my times tables up to 12 are immaculate.
12 times 7.
84. Told you, man. Joe X, my ma would sit me down for 2 hours every day, and if I got one wrong, you're going back to the start.
If you get one wrong, I'm fucking throwing out your shit collection.
Did you ever get that doing spellings with your ma, and she wouldn't say wrong, she'd just repeat the word. So she'd be like color, and you're like COLOR, color, COLOUE, color, and you're like, I don't know. My mom fucking hours upon hours made me do that.
Nazi.
Yeah.
My mad and Nazi.
Oh, she was so fucking strict.
We will ask the questions. See, when somebody does that was in like a few different like sitcoms and whatever. They actually sound like they're from Belfast more than they're
Like a
doing
Nazi.
German.
Yeah.
Did you ever see that? Like it was in Suits, and your man goes, "We will ask the questions," and I'm like, "That sounds like somebody from the market."
There's more and more examples of people like sounding like they're from Belfast but not trying to be.
Your wee man, Susan,
Suzanne.
with a cat.
Oh yeah,
Hezbollah.
not Hezbollah.
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 Hezbollah. Imagine if fucking Israel just started fucking nuking fucking Hezbollah, and he's like, "What the fuck?"
Aye, that would send me to World War III if they took out Hezbollah. Like, I'd be fucking gutted.
He hasn't been about. He's like Connor Burns. He's done
Maybe he
fucking.
has been nuked.
He is Ukrainian, isn't he? Or is he Russian?
No, he's he's
Is he not Chechen?
Chechenian, isn't it? Or one of those regions, those autonomous regions.
Yeah.
So they see themselves as whatever the fuck it is that they are.
One of the what
But they
regions?
live in Russia. Like
Autonomous.
What?
autonomous, it means like they govern themselves.
Oh,
So like
Kazakhstan.
Kazakhstan's its own country. It's not
Right.
like
Kind of like a Taiwan. No, Taiwan wants
No.
to be autonomous.
Asian guy with one fucking leg.
What's the one in
It's
Spain?
actually, Hezbollah is Dagestani, isn't it?
Dagestan.
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 What's the one in Spain? Catalonia?
Catalonia.
Is it
It's
autonomous?
not-
No,
it's autonomous.
Is it?
Yeah.
It's autonomous. It has its own government.
It's its own region.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it has its own government.
it
But
has
it's
its own
within,
government,
yeah.
but it's within
Catalonia and the Basque Country both see themselves as separate countries,
Yes.
but they're
Yeah.
pulled into Spain, yeah.
Yeah,
but they
have
still
to pay.
govern themselves. I think
I think that's how it works. No, they still have to pay the Spanish government.
it's like they have like a devolved government, sort of like
yeah.
So we're one of them regions.
yeah.
Yeah, we are, yeah.
We're an autonomous region of the UK.
We're actually like the blueprint that newly autonomous countries will use. Because we're such a complex fucking situation.
Oh, we're really?
Yeah.
I think we're getting there.
We're getting, what? Like in terms of what?
In terms of... Now, hear me out. Right? In terms of younger people are going, do you know what? Fuck off.
Oh, in terms of like all the arguments about stuff? Yes.
Yeah.
Well, no, man, like I'm like that. I don't give a fuck.
And that's what I mean. Like, even ones that used to give a fuck are like, do you know what?
Do you know what I find? See, when you're in your teens and you're first exposed to all of it,
You're like that.
you,
oh, but
you
that's
get
rats.
you give a
But
fuck.
that's rats and
Yeah.
all. That's like exciting times. Like, wow, no fucking fight for my country.
Yeah.
And then people get the arguments and they're like,
Well, I remember the first big thing for me, and I remember it was like the big issue that was always talked about in class was when the flag went down from City Hall. That was the first big argument I remember really knowing about and kind of giving a fuck about. And then the older
did it
you've got,
annoy you that it came down?
no, I was from an area and a lot of my family very annoyed. Me, I'm such a fucking middle of the road guy. I went, well, it's up sometimes.
Do you know, like, I didn't give a fuck about it, right? Obviously. But I genuinely, when it happened, went, that is significant.
Yeah, it was a big thing.
And I remember somebody going to me, what do you mean? How the fuck's it significant? And I was like, when I was a kid, I would, because in our areas, we didn't see the Union flag or fucking anything like that, right?
Yeah.
And I remember City Hall, because it was such a big fucking building, and I'm like, that's a centre of town. and you would see it always had the big banner inside that tower, and it went, Belfast says no, and it had the Union Jack.
Yeah.
And I remember thinking, like, we aren't in that building, and
Right.
they have a flag on it. So when it came down, I was like, because I always associated that building
With.
Protestant
Yeah.
and Britain, and so when the flag came down, I was like, fuck me. And people went, what do you mean? And I was like, no, that's significant because the way it used to be run, it meant that there was no Catholic councillors in the fucking council building.
Yeah.
And I was like, we now have enough that we can say, no, take the flag down.
Yeah.
And fold it out. And I was like, it isn't even just the taking down a flag. It was sort of felt like you were playing paintball and we got to the flag. No, you get the other person's fucking.
And I can see a lot of people in my community felt like that as well.
So I understood.
Yeah.
Like, you know, when people were going, the fuck way are they getting on? I was like, no, I understand
You
why.
can see
they're
how
a
it's
bit
like seen as an act of aggression. sort of
yes,
thing.
because it's
For
like,
me, the way
it's like somebody's fort, and you took down a flag and you were like, go fuck.
Yeah. It probably would have, like, let's say there was no flag there.
Yeah.
and
wouldn't have
then
mattered.
It wouldn't have mattered. Like,
But because it was
that
there.
if they decided, oh, we've got a ruling here and we can put a Union flag up.
Yeah.
Like on certain days of the year.
For
Nobody
me,
would give a fuck.
The way I looked at it was the new ruling meant we were more in line with the rest of the UK in flying it. 'Cause they don't fly it all the time.
Uh-huh.
The only time it was flown on council buildings was now the days it was going to be flown here.
Mm-hmm.
So in my mind, I was like, well, then we're more like the rest of the UK. I didn't see how
Yeah.
it was a bad
But
thing.
I understood why people
Yeah.
didn't like it.
Now I'm older, I get it.
Because I was like, oh, they know that fuck me, we don't have full control in that
Yeah.
building anymore. And that's what it was more about. And the ordinary people were just like, because they didn't notice before, and then they're like, fucking, I missed my flag. But they didn't. It was people going, this is significant. And then they were going,
The hottest,
oh, fuck
the
off.
hottest ticket in town that week, the Nolan Show audience.
Uh,
Everybody wanted to be. Do you remember those episodes?
See that week.
Fuck me.
See that week.
We did ourselves no favors on
I
that.
had that video of me as Terry Rust doing the aftershave ad.
yeah.
Oh yes.
And I had like people from Channel 4 and stuff had seen it, and they were like, give us a bit more about this character. And I was sort of, because they were doing Face Jacker, and so I had went to them with Terry Rust, and I was like, this is going to be a guy who is unemployed now. And they were like, how would he be unemployed if he was a volunteer? And I said, that's the joke of the thing. You know, so it would be him just like doing different jobs. So the deal was he was going to be like, you would have seen him working in a leisure centre.
Yeah.
You
With
would
the
have seen him
ball
in the Belfast City Council uniform, bursting the streets. You seen him, you know, all these different. It's just, and then the deal was you went into his house, and his wife's there, and she's there, and three of the kids have balaclavas on, the family portrait, and
Yeah,
one
yeah,
doesn't, and they're like, "Oh, that one really looks like their mummy," and he's going, "Oh, I don't know where that one came from because I was in fucking long case when that one was fucking born, you know."
Yeah.
There was so much to it, and they were like, "This is really interesting because it's you." Sort of, and that like thing was out at the time. I said Face Jagger, but there was also Keith Lemon doing RKs and with masks, and so it was one of them ones. They were like, "Well, but we could do something with this." And I remember, like, literally a week later, the fucking flag protest happened, and like your woman blocked me on email because she must have brought it to somebody, and they were like, "Are you fucking insane? Have you seen the way?" Because I was like fighting the corner, going, "People see the funny side of this," because Ty Russ, you didn't know what side he was.
Yeah.
I was like, you know, it's just all these people have got released from prison. And Terry Rust, like, he could have been from Ellie's head. And she was just like, phew, just cut ties.
The idea of like a fucking unemployed terrorist like coming home and being like
Trying to get on. The
fighting
whole,
with the wife. I was like, I'm fucking trying my best, Sheila.
Yeah.
so, like, the whole way that I described it was that he was like this superstar.
Yeah.
And he fell from grace. Do you know what I mean? So the advertisement was one of them ones, like, look, during the Troubles, he had his own fragrance out and all. Like, it was he was dun 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 dun. And it was, so the whole thing had a story to it, and the flag protest fucked it. And I was like, you bastard.
I just remember my dad wasn't in much that week. That's all I remember.
Down at City
He
Hall.
was doing nights that week, I'll tell you.
Freaked out.
I just remember that episode of Nolan, and I was like, the people they chose to speak, I'm like, he's picked the worst cons.
Oh, but
You could have got
by
someone.
design, like
No, I know. But you're like, this point could have been articulated, and you just got the worst
Do you
cons.
think that week on the Nolan show, to get in through the door, they were like, tie one of your shoelaces for me?
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, and he's like, I don't have any. It's just
Oh,
his
that's good.
feet in
Velcro.
fucking boxes.
I only wear Velcro because I can't tie my shoelaces. Go ahead, your
Perfect.
front row.
I meant they didn't even have shoes. He's just fucking cardboard boxes in his feet. And they're like, in you get, you'll have a ball here.
Or somebody had a bit about somebody in pajamas fucking slobbering to him walking out of that show. Who was it?
I can't remember. Who did warm up that day?
Neil Dugan.
Neil Dugan told me he did warm up that day.
He said that your woman that was on, she was in pajamas, and he came out and she was like, "Here you," or something. I remember his bit. It was fucking class. It was about the fucking flag protest.
That's the worst gig you could ever do.
Imagine having to do warm up for the Nolan show the night of the flag protest.
God, poor Dugan.
No better man.
Because no one wants to laugh. Everyone there
It was
is
so serious. We're ready for
raging.
blood, and he's
Yeah.
like going, "Hey!"
Yeah. Yeah.
How long to get my suit on?
God fucking love him.
That's horrendous.
How old were you? Were you like first year when that happened? Second year?
what year was that?
2012?
2012. I would be
2010.
Fourth year. I'm the same year. as you.
2010 then?
Aye, so third year.
Second year?
Second year, third year.
Yeah.
Was it 2012?
No, 2010.
I think.
What? No, it wasn't.
When was it?
No, it wasn't, because I'll tell you why. I was doing comedy, and I only started comedy in 2011. So it must have been the
Must have been
first year that I was doing comedy that I came up with that idea. No,
Let me see.
Would have been 2012. Would it?
Let me see.
It might have been, you know. So
Flag
I would have been
protest.
fucking hanging about City Hall in 2011.
I was right at the start. It was 2012.
yeah.
yeah. So I was literally a year into my comedy, just over a year. That's right, and I came up with that idea, and it was fun. That's mad.
Fuck, that's how long ago it was. 12 years ago.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, that makes sense because I, at the start, was doing the balaclava stuff on stage.
Aye.
Yeah. And it,
You wouldn't have remembered that.
No.
it's very swiftly evicted all the emos out of City Hall. Like,
Where
Because-
do they congregate now?
oh god,
I don't think they
You guys just
exist.
sit at the
They,
front.
they've more like splits now than the IRA.
Do you know what's mad about it? I started 2 years after that, which I thought it was way longer. 2 years, fucking hell. God, I'm old.
20...
14 I started.
14. And you were what age? 17?
17. But I started like the week I turned, or like I was a week from being 18. So I just got to be able to go, oh, I did it when I was 17, but I was turning 18, like. Fucking hell.
Was your
Time
first gig the
flies.
Pavilion?
First gig was Lavery's.
Gaddis's room?
Mm-hmm. That was my first one. It was me, Paddy McGaggy, Colin Gaddis, and Chris Kent.
Fuck.
Yeah.
And the
Look at that lineup now.
And
You're
what
like,
did
that's
you
a.
do?
Oh, I was a dickhead. I had the set perfectly rehearsed, written out and all, and then sat in the bar before I went up and rewrote it all and wrote these jokes and then did them, and they didn't work. Like, the only one that worked was a really old one that I'd written. And I was like, should have just done all my old shit.
But was
Wait for
Lavery's
that.
as popular then?
No.
That's what I mean.
No. It probably had 30, 40 people.
30, around 30 people in, yeah. That's why, like, when you see Lavery's now and you've been there from the start, you're like, fair fucking play for what they've done here. Like,
It
Yeah.
literally was all us sort of just starting.
Yeah.
And Gaddis then got a room, you know, like
yeah. If that hadn't have been run by Gaddis,
it wouldn't be here.
it wouldn't be here. If
No.
anyone else had done it,
Wouldn't be here.
no. Because he still had, him and Shane were like the only internet guys at the time.
Shane wasn't even in it.
Not even Shane at that time.
No. Gaddis was the only one. And then he started doing stuff with Mickey.
Yeah.
And then Shane started doing things like 5 years after, like 4 years maybe after that.
No, it would have been 2015, I'd say.
No, he was still before that because it was Shane I messaged who told me to message Colin. So Shane had still
'Cause
been doing some
I
stuff.
remember the year leaving school was like, I remember watching all Shane's videos then.
Yeah.
That's when I remember it getting like popular.
He was doing
which
Mike
is
McGoldrick.
2015.
Yeah.
He was doing Mike McGoldrick around 2014, 2015.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
That's what really blew
There was
him
a
up.
few. Of
Yes,
those.
but that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And Shane started like 2010. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
So it was
yeah,
like
yeah.
4 or 5 years after he started. And then Shane done videos
Yeah.
where when I started, Gaddis had been out like a year doing I Am Fighter.
Yeah.
That was
Which
about
was
2008. Because
Well, there you go.
I was in
fucking-
first year watching I Am Fighter. Like,
Yeah.
Mickey had Colin done the videos, and Mickey had been doing comedy at university up in Derry.
Yeah.
and then
and, like,
Mickey done that.
So Mickey was the first one that really was like the comedian, and then Gaddis and him got together, and then Shane sort of was in the background with them, and then he started doing his own shit, and then Shane really took off with his videos like Mick McGoldrick and
See,
stuff.
one of
was
your
the big
first
one.
gigs, it was like
My second gig was a competition in
it was
Duncannon,
yeah.
and Mickey was a judge, and Colin was a judge,
I
and
remember
Connor
that.
Grimes was the other judge, and me, Shane, Sean Haggerty, Gary Lynch from Dublin, Kevin Doyle from Dublin. I'm trying to think other ones it was on. We're all in the competition.
Because I literally remember you coming back and going, know who the judge was? Your man from I Am Fighter. You know what
Yeah.
I mean? Which is mental, like,
Yeah.
the thing.
'Cause it was fucking massive. Looking back at that, like if that hadn't have been as big as it was, I don't think anything would have really taken off to the level it has. It's just been like one big snowball.
Yeah, Colin was always artistic and like making me short videos and all that were really good. And then he done audio dots, I think, was the fucking
Panic Dots on Audio Picnic.
on an audio picnic, and it was like a podcast, and I was like, "What is this?
I
Yeah.
remember that.
What the
I
fuck is
listened to
it?"
them religiously.
Well, I was going away and
every
working
night.
and listening to them, and because that was like podcast before podcast. I remember people going, to me, "What are you even listening to? It's not music," and I'm going, "Oh, it's like because it wasn't even called a podcast. It was just
Podcast only came about because the name podcast is like Apple made it because it was like a broadcast made for an iPod.
Right, okay.
That's where I came
there
from.
you go, didn't he know
Yeah.
it?
But yeah, I remember because at the time, and that was a big podcast for the time.
Oh fuck, yeah.
Yeah, fuck, that's mad. How long ago that was? Oh, fucking hell.
We're all getting old.
We're old as fuck. I hate it. What do you think the next thing will be, though? Because podcasts are the big thing now. John, it'll be something we can't even...
Comprehend. It's like the fourth
Fathom.
dimension. You know what I mean?
Because who was the first... Joe Rogan started doing podcasts in like 2007. And at the time, people were like, what the fuck are you doing? This is stupid. And he was like, no, this is going to be the next
There's
big thing.
a video of him on somebody else's like internet show.
Was
the
it Tom Green's?
Might have been.
I think it was Tom Green's because Tom Green was the first one to do
And-
a chat show for the internet.
Yeah, I think that might have been it. And
I ain't get
and
wrong. It was Wayne's World.
Wayne's World. Well, that's the thing. See, when people ask me what I do for a living now,
Yeah.
and I go, ever see the fellas that are sitting behind the cameras on Wayne's World? Like, that's literally it.
Yeah.
Wayne's World was basically them in a wee garage studio doing their own TV show. Like if you think
Yeah.
back,
Yeah.
that was
Yeah.
And there's like that clip, Joe Rogan's on that show.
and I love
And-
podcasts, but I genuinely was like, this is how mad it was. I was like, I'm not starting a podcast because Gaddis has a podcast and
Yeah.
that's the podcast.
Yeah.
And do you know what I mean? It
Yeah.
felt like you were taking a bit of his
Yeah,
fucking
yeah.
thing.
You're like, oh, that's the thing he does.
That's his thing. And
Yeah,
you-
if you had done it then, it would have looked like you were copying.
And then I remember Shane done it, and I was like, Shane, fuck's sake. And he was like, oh, and I'm like, so
But then that's like the start of any scene, isn't it? Like, nobody wants to stand on each other's toes. It's like,
Yeah.
you don't want to look like you're just doing something for something.
But I think in the comedy scene, it was a good thing that we were all like that
Yeah.
because
But then again, the comedy scene, when we kind of, even when I started it, there was that, like, almost if you tried to do anything, they were like, what are you doing, you dickhead?
yeah,
You're trying? That was a real fucking attitude, like, wasn't it? It was really bad for it. So, like, people used to see Gaddis doing videos and be like, this fucking dickhead trying to be funny. And you're like, we're comics. That's literally all we're meant to be doing. But I think it's a lot nicer now.
yeah,
Even if people try something that's not great, I'm like, well, you still fucking gave it a go.
yeah. Like I remember guys just go, if you do something, just persevere with it. You know,
I stick to your guns.
keep going. Because I remember with Terry Ross, he was like, see that bit there, you should keep doing stuff like that. You know, and he must be the same. Like even with the podcast and the taxi tours. He sent me a message. He was like, keep going, man, because that's really good.
We need to book more of the taxi tours.
Yes.
I had a fucking brainwave a couple of weeks ago with those. So see the way, like, when we're trying to film it, I'm trying to get like wee bits of B-roll, like as we're filming, like to be able to cut from bit to bit with. But rather than do that, I just went out the other week and just fucking filmed all like the touristy spots. Just done loads of filming at them.
Yeah.
So then I've done it once.
Yeah, so when we're on the Shangle and it's fucking nice and rain, you'll have summer ones.
You just got to
yeah.
You're gonna have to do it in the four.
I'm gonna have to like,
do that for every season.
we're gonna have like
Different
like,
lighting and all. Oh fuck!
You need
it's
like
like
the Friends transition shot. No, it's like that's just you on the fucking falls.
Yeah, exactly. But I'm gonna have a big VFX budget. You know, like
it's so funny. You see the messages, people going, "Willie should do the tours," and I'm like, no. I don't think so. I don't think Willie would enjoy trying to entertain people or tell them stories.
that might be funny.
Willie sitting there the whole time going, lies.
That's what
Wrong.
I mean. You should do it at least once.
Wrong.
Yeah. And you have a new special out.
Yeah, it's just 30 minutes recorded set live at the American. Annoyingly uploaded it, and there was a problem with the upload, and I cut the last joke out. So I had to delete it and re-upload it again. So I lost a fucking couple of thousand on that, which is annoying. But
A couple of thousand views, not pound.
Oh yeah, not pound, yeah. It doesn't cost us grands to upload. We'd be in so much debt. But yeah, so that's up. Go
I don't
watch
know
it.
about that. I spent fucking thousands get my one at the waterfront shot to put it on fucking YouTube, and it's just some dick going.
No one knows me about that. Every comment's like, fuck me.
Beavis and
Willie's
Butthead.
laughing like fuck. I'm like, I wasn't there.
You were.
I wasn't at that one. I was at the next one.
No, you were that one.
I wasn't at that one because that's not me.
No, it's not you laughing. No,
No, I know. But
That's
you
not what
said
I'm
to me
saying.
about it the time we were in. After that, and you're like, was that you? Were you down? I was like, no, I was gigging that night. I wasn't at that one. I was at the second one you did. But it's because you
It's
can't
still
really
done all right. It still has 50,000 fucking views.
Yeah.
Like, do you know? I mean,
it's-
even for the funny thing is, somebody had up in Reddit and was like, "I never liked your mom, Paddy, but I was sitting in work the other night and I watched that special. It was all right. Like, it was decent. Actually, it's very good. I bought
Never-
tickets to the show, and you're like,
Never look yourself up on Reddit. Just don't do it. I don't do I use
Shane
Reddit.
tells you that and then sends it.
We'll look
No.
used to up on Reddit
Don't.
and we'll talk about it on the Patreon.
No, don't.
Sign up to Patreon.
I'm in a
you
fucking
fuckers.
good mood.
Have we got?
I
Have we,
deliberately
have
don't
we
do
not?
it.
Have we not got questions?
We do.
But
I'm
we'll
in
do
a
both.
I'm in a fucking good mood. Don't ruin that for me.
What are
today.
we on now?
We're good to go.
I will wrap it up. What have you got to promote?
Well, he's Polygon. Do not
Don't
fucking
do that.
Join
It's
us.
just a big thing going, I once seen Willie Thompson dumping his shite collection in the fucking in the council.
I'm pretty sure mine just call me an annoying cunt, which I'm like, fair enough.
Yeah, so join us on Patreon where we're gonna ruin Willie's day.
Yes,
Don't
if you
want to.
haven't joined the Patreon, please do. It's only £1. I changed it, made them change it to £1, and now we're skint. So join the Patreon. And you can pay what you like, but can you only pay £1? Is that
You can pay more if you want.
You can pay more if you want. So yeah. Listen, we're like pensioners that haven't got their fuel fucking credit.
Yeah.
So
Also, my tour tickets are still on sale. I'm in Dublin. This will be done by the time this goes out. But Waterfront on the 13th of December and the Millennium Forum on the 14th. Check it out.
what's happening in Millennium Forum? Because there's dates up for you for January the 2nd, you know?
There shouldn't be.
I know. You need to fucking look into it. I had to go
What are
the
you
other day
talking
because they had my picture up from last year's show for this year and all. So
I'll check it. I'll look
Yeah.
at that. Yeah, but check
Yeah.
out tour tickets.
yeah, I'm Millennium Forum in 2 weeks' time. 6th and the 7th. The 6th is completely gone. The 7th are still tickets. Not many, but there's still tickets. So please get involved. Come and see us. Have the Davnish on the 29th. Have the Argyll on the 28th. The Glenavon on the 27th is sold out. And I'm also doing a one-man play. I have written it. I'm a playwright now. Playwright. Yes, which
I'm
is
only-
in the
I'm only
Raddies
getting that.
and it's things. So give it a shout. No problem.
There's a big thread on Reddit about William of Orangedale, so
Oh, I've already seen it.
This will be fun.
I've already seen it. It ranges
See.
from shite to it's alright.
I feel electric.